Hello world, it is Wednesday, February 1st, 2023, and looking out the window at Defiance, it's a bright sunny day today, but really cold. It was in the single digits when I woke up this morning. I stayed in on the treadmill, I did not run outside. The devotion for today is entitled Rated G by Kenneth L. Samuel. Kenneth bases the devotion upon Ruth chapter 3 verse 14, New Living Translation. So Ruth lay at Boaz's feet until morning, but she got up before it was light enough for people to recognize her. For Boaz said, "No one must know that a woman was here at the threshing floor." And then Kenneth writes, a young woman creeps into a man's tent at bedtime, beautifully adorned and smelling a sweet perfume. She's made certain that no one has noticed her entry, and she's given ample time for the man to have had his fill of food and libation. When the man awakens at midnight to discover the woman lying with him in his bed, having uncovered his feet, the woman listens attentively to him for him to tell her what to do next. The woman then lays with the man until early the next morning, when she steals away in the shadows of dawn before anyone is made aware of her nocturnal rendezvous. Even if we hold to a literal interpretation of the uncovering of feet, such a sensual scene would probably be rated MA for mature audiences by most of us. But those who included the story in the sacred canon of Scripture apparently believe that the story, in all its suggestive detail, was indeed suitable for general audiences. We have this story in our sacred text because it points us to much more than the uncovering of body parts. It points us to the uncovering of the taboo that is often associated with sex and human sexuality. It points us to the uncovering of the shameful confusion that many adolescents face as they enter the peak of puberty due to the lack of candid sex education. It points us to the uncovering of the intercourse that God intended between flesh and spirit. And the prayer. God, we thank you for revealing yourself in the flesh. Help us to find physical and spiritual delight in that incarnation. Amen. A lot of different thoughts went through my mind as I read this devotion. And one is how I still feel like Ruth, the book of Ruth is one of my favorite texts of the Bible, and I highly encourage you to read it. I'm not going to go into detail here, but it is such a meaningful book to read and a wonderful story. The other thing that this devotion made me think of is understanding sexuality in a different way. In the UCC, we come in a sense from the puritanical side of things, which is kind of funny because we're such a liberal, progressive denomination. And yet it's that American puritanical thought of sex and sexuality that, at least in my mind, causes a lot of our problems. And I grew up Roman Catholic, and in the Roman Catholic tradition, even contraception is frowned upon. And I think the idea behind that is that sex is only meant for procreating. So if you're not procreating, you shouldn't be having it. Which is kind of a strange thing to think about. The other thing is it really may be the source also of some traditions who are against same-sex marriages, because physical actions between people of the same sex are not about procreating, but they certainly are about expressing love for one another. And I think that's an important, or can be an important part of a sexual identity, is the ability for physical contact to be a healthy part of a vital relationship. Recognizing that for some, it's not. It doesn't need to be, and there's no interest in it at all, which is okay too, because we are as God created us to be. And I think we just need to live into who we are and become the person that God knows we already are, to the best of our ability, loving and caring for ourselves as we love and care for one another. I hope you have a good day, and I hope to talk to you again tomorrow.